Mr. KP Abdul Hameed's life in Qatar has been the role model for the expatriate community in Qatar. Born to Kochanur Moiduni Master and Chekai Uma, Mr. Hameed got educated at Toriur High School and Palakkad Victoria College. His father, who was a teacher, wanted Mr. Hameed to become a government employee. In 1956, as per the wish of his father, he got his first job with Oliver Court Forest in Palakkad district. This fulfilled the dream of his father of Mr. Hameed becoming a government employee. During the 5 years in this job, he got to travel all across the islands with Lakshadweep. Back then, he had to walk as much as 12 kilometers to reach the railway station as there were no other means to commute and his monthly salary was 200 rupees.
I remember my brother-in-law KP Abdul Hameed. We thought about starting a school, and our community, around 85 people, gathered together with a very minimum capital, and we started the first Indian school in Qatar, which is the MES Indian school. Our Indian school was realized. We got the land from the government of Qatar, from the Amir, about 15-20 acres of land. We constructed our own building there. Now we have about 6,000 to 7,000 students studying there. Now this is the largest school, I can say, in the Gulf area.
It was a result of Mr. Hameed's spearheaded efforts that permission for Qatar's first Indian school was received, which is the well-known MES Indian School. He was its founder member and president. Mr. KP Abdul Hameed had a very large and active role within the socio-cultural and education fabric in the country for the Indian community. He had touched many lives through the charitable and humanitarian endeavors within Qatar, India and other places. Back in 70s and 80s, Mr. Hameed's office in Shara Kharaba was often one of the first stops of the Indian expats landing in Qatar. Mr. Hameed is known for his warm and kind-hearted nature and would never leave anyone disappointed who approached him for help. His upbringing and life struggles ensured that despite the many positions, honors and other successes, he stood grounded and humble.
Ever since I came to Qatar in 1983, working for the Ministry of Interior in the Medical Division, I came across Mr. Hameed along with this Mr. Usman and other people, because they were a very prominent group of philanthropists who was working in the country with many ventures to support the community. As the migrations happened, the number of people coming into the country has become more and more. Naturally, there are problems also when they come in. The labor law it's in the formation stage and was developing and evolving into its maturity. So there were a lot of problems for the laborers. So in that scenario, we all thought what best can be done for the community. Embassy was helping a lot, of course with their limited staff and limited members. The volume of work was so high, they could not handle everything on time. So the community came forward. We are going to give a helping hand to the embassy and formed an organization called Indian Community Benevolent Fund. Mr. Hameed was one of the founders along with all of us. He led the way for this along with Mr. Kanjani Vairwamba, who are the real architects of this organization. And we all joined hands as founder members to help this cause. So they went deep into the problems of the labor class of people here to resolve their problems legally.
He held many positions such as ICBF President and Advisory Board Member, ICC Advisory Board Member, Founder Member of Pravasi, Thrissur Jilla Saurdavedi Board Member, INCA's Advisory Board Member, CG Chapter Chairman, President of IES School and Engineering College, President of Salsabil School, Founder Member of Horizon International School, to name a few.
So I got a lot of inspiration from him about to serve the community through charity, like people who are in need of the things, how to help them out of the way to survive for their family, for themselves, legally, financially, medically, which ICBF was doing it, and he led the ICBF 2 terms, means 2 into 2, 4 years into this programs. I got inspired, and in the year 2004 I came to the ICBF as a managing committee member, getting fully inspired with his views, with his intuitions to the helping the needy and other things. And I remember in the 2010 he was awarded the Kanjani Award, which is the highest award given to the community leaders to support the charity aspects for the Indian community.
He had received numerous accolades and awards during his lifetime. Mr. Hameed was honoured during the first Pravasi Bharatiya Divas from amongst the Kerala delegation. In lieu of his humanitarian efforts, he was honoured by Kunnamkalam Lions Club, ICBF Kanjani Award, Kerala Kala Kendra Award, Tirumattam Excellence Award, Indo-Nepal Leadership Award, Global Achievers Award, Kerala Kalamandalam Golden Honour Award, Nehru Peace Foundation Award, NRI Pride of India Leadership Award.
He always give you positive energy, and his presence as well as his what all piece of advice he give, everything is having a positive energy. This is not only for me, many of the friends you can ask, known to him. There are very rare people who can give you, we can pass to you the positive energy. That this is the most, these two both qualities is very optimistic, and he convey you the positive energy for each and everybody.
Mr. Hameed's life lesson to us: it's when you try to establish authority by stepping over others, that's when your mind becomes restless. And when you work through your life with discipline and hard work, God Almighty will not abandon you in your struggles and efforts.